Drop a like and do share. Leave your comments and do not forget to subscribe for more videos.
Hello and welcome to Edupedia World. I'll now finish up the end right here. Double click, control drag, and the ends look something like this. So you want to go in like this and move this back a little bit. It's not that sharp of an edge, and we want to center this. There we go. And then we actually want this to be a little bit further back like that, and we want to insert an edge. We want to move this up, these guys down, and we can weld. Scale to 0%, and if we move these, select these and move them down, we can also weld right here and select all of this and scale to 0% like that, and we're going to have this nice ending to this hole. What we will do next, and as you can see, we've got a little bit of a problem with a triangle right here. We can solve this by just adding a line right there, picking the line T and scale this to 0%. That way it's completely flat. We can move it down. Now take this line, hold Control and scale, pick the points here in the middle, scale to 0 and move them to the middle. Move this point to the middle as well, and can move this back. We've now got the end ready, and we're actually able to start doing our subdivision. So this is going to be a pretty long chapter, but just hang on. So when we do a subdivision, we want to just add hyperlapse, sorry, not the array, just the subdivision surface, and put this inside. And now you can see this is where it's nice to have the isoplane, isopalms display. If we disable the lines, do a quick render, then you can see it's starting to look quite alright, but the model has some very soft edges, and we want to solve this, and that's what we're going to be doing right now. So if you press Q while you have this object selected, you'll be able to turn on and off the subdivision. So I want to define this curvature right here, and you can see it's sharp right here and then it blends in. Therefore I want to press K and add a loop close to this line and not close to this line. That way it will sharpen it up right here, as you may remember from the introduction to subdivision modeling. And then we have a problem of the line moving all the way through the model and up here and out, and that is actually not what we want. I think I'll undo, and then I will take this rear end and simply delete all the faces that I just created, because they're going to give us problems. Instead of having this, we actually want these, and just right click and do split. That way we can have these for themselves, we can delete them from here. So that way they are a separate object. We can maybe scale it up a tiny bit, move this over here. So we can scale it up a tiny bit, and then when we add the subdivision, it's not going to affect this. So we're going to have a nice straight end anyways. Alright, let's turn these lines back on and go into our lines and cut this line once again. There you go. Now this line is much more defined. So we want to create a cut through here as well, somewhere around here. And that way this is going to be a little bit tighter. I may actually want to delete that line and do something about this section, because it's not looking correct. So I'll actually make this cut right here and make a cut right here out to the middle or to the nose, and I will position that so that it makes the curvature look correct. And I'll press K and make a cut from here to there. Alright, that was at least the plan. Let's try again. There we go. And I will dissolve, or maybe not dissolve that one just yet. Cut this line from there to there. Select, right click, dissolve. And if we take a look at the subdivision, then there's a problem right here. Now this is fixed. If we see a subdivision once again, it looks a tiny bit better. We can add a loop right here, and this loop is going to go all the way down the model and out at the end, and we can add a loop right there, and now our front should be looking much nicer. It does. We can also add a loop right there. That makes the curve look nicer. Then we can add a cut here, and as you see, this cut is going to go all the way through the model, down in the down through the end. I will do this in 2 cuts because we've got this part. That means it's going to go down through here. I don't want that, so I will cut from here to the cockpit, and from here, and then the rest. And then I will press K. Let's get the line tool and cut from here to there. Take the point tool or go into the points mode and weld. Press Q to see what we've got, and I can see this line is much more defined. Also this line down here. And it's actually starting to look something. It's starting to look like something from a Star Wars movie. Alright, so if you wanted to, then you could start to relax some of the geometry over here. So as you can see, if I render this, it has a very sharp edge. I just need to subdivide it. The edge is pretty sharp, and it may be a good idea to relax the geometry. You can do that by using the slide tool. Start sliding these up. I definitely want to do it with this curve right here. So I want to gradually start sliding this up. So that way this line is going to be less and less sharp. I will also do it on the bottom. And there we go. As you can see, now the line starts very sharp and it blends in, and it's not that sharp over here. Let's take a look at this hole. I think it looks fine. May want to move this edge a little bit back. Another thing is this hole, K, and deselect everything, and then you can just cut and cut, and then we can cut from here and up to the cockpit, and make a cut from here to there, and press K, loop, cut from here, and then down to the bottom. You can take this line, move it a little bit up, take this line, move it down a little bit, and I will press K, take the line tool, cut from here to there, and select, right click, dissolve, and then I'll actually do the same thing for this part. Loop, cut all the way through the model, through the bottom, all the way through, down through the end. And I'll make a cut somewhere around here. Up. Move this down. And I will make these two lines. There to there. There to there. And dissolve. And then to sharpen this, I can make a cut right here with the loop tool, and it's going to loop through the hole and sharpen it. And there we go. Now we've got a nice sharp hole. The front is looking very nice, in my opinion. We can now make this hole that I've talked about. UL, and you're going to be able to select like this, then right click, extrude, and you want to extrude inwards like this. Then you want to press T and put this to 0%, so that we've just got this kind of an indent. And I'd like this to be just a line going through. We can do this in a couple of different ways. I think this amount of extrusion inwards is fine, so I'll delete the ends like this, so that we don't get any weird interference. Just turn the symmetry off for a second. You see, if this is symmetrified, it's going to look pretty weird that we have got this little piece in the middle. So now we've just got this little ridge. And if we subdivide, press Q to subdivide, you can see we get this kind of a hole. And in my opinion, that looks absolutely fine. We can even go into the subdivision and turn it up to 3. We're just going to get a little bit smoother edges. And in my opinion, the front part is all done. We may be able to do a little bit more work down here. Go in here with the slide tool, right click, slide, move these a little bit closer, because right now I want to establish more, or create a tighter curve, or what they call it, a tighter edge. Move these up a little bit, and let's see what we've got. There we go. Now we've got a little bit more edge right here. It's nice. It's time for the body up here. Okay, the loop tool, add a loop right there, and I'll also add a loop right here, a loop right here, and a loop right there. I think I put the loop in the wrong place. So here we are seeing an issue that we sometimes see. If I were to create this cut, press Q, then you'll see we get some weird deformation right here. And that is because we need a loop going around the edge. I'll show you how I can create one of those. K, press K, and pick the line tool. Hit K, and cut like this. Cut, 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 cut around. So this way we're going to create a loop of quads that basically go all the way around this hole. And then here in the corner where we've got triangles, we want to right click or just select them, MQ, and weld, and right click, slide, and slide them into place so that we get the side distance. Go over here, and here we want to weld up to that point. And it's nice. We can then take the loop tool and add our loop cuts. This seems actually a little bit harder to solve. I think I will go with this anyways. It looks pretty nice. But just create this cut again that I actually removed, and this cut right there. Now we've got a little bit of sharpness around here. So the last thing we need to do, actually not exactly the last thing, but one of the last things is to sharpen up this part. So I'll create a cut around here, and also a cut around here. And that's going to sharpen up this part, and also create a cut here to establish this curvature a little bit nicer. Then I'll cut there, cut here, and cut in here. And there we go. This is now the body finished, and it's looking nicely in my opinion. The next step will be to create the motors and all the other stuff, and this is of course going to be a pretty long series. And I will also expect you to know how to do some of this stuff, Jorn. This is not me showing you exactly how to do it. I don't expect you to sit here and watch all of this and do as I do, step to step, very exactly, because that's simply impossible. So this is me showing you the techniques, and I would like you to apply this to your own model. So the actual modeling is not the hard part. The hard part is figuring out what the smartest way of doing things is. So in the next clip, we be starting to create the wings and a bit of all the details. So yeah, hang on.
Thank you for watching Edupedia World. Stay tuned for more videos.